Hello! We are burnt out mummies and happy Friday to you.
We're halfway through the year. Oh my gosh.
Oh my God, that feels really weird you saying that.
How quick.
How nice is it just to see a bit of sunshine? All the flowers are growing. I hope you've planted your seeds, guys.
I love this time of year.
I know.
Thrive off heat.
So meaning planting your seeds mean have you planted them intentions and are they growing? Like it's it's something that I do in my meditations. Imagine myself, if I've got a new idea, imagine planting my seed like in the soil and then you see it grow. So it's like plants and trees really.
Good. This is a good time of year.
Amazing time.
And we've got lots of stuff to talk about today, haven't we?
So yeah, today we're in the middle. Well, literally in 2 days I'm moving house, so it's been a bit like crazy with the move and stuff.
Yeah, we did it. I was actually listening to the pod on the way
we
up
exchanged
here,
on
and
Monday.
It was from November, and it said you couldn't sell your house.
Oh, that's so mad.
Yeah, and you were given advice to re-love your house, put your intention in place, visualise your new house and you being in it.
Yeah.
And here we are.
It's so well.
Later.
We exchanged, and it should be completion in 2 days.
Amazing.
So
I can't wait to get
we
in
are.
the hot tub.
Oh my God! And the next thing I was talking about earlier is I really want to get the cold plunge pool.
Yeah, the cold plunge.
So we've been really looking into.
God, we better do some challenges.
I know we've been really looking into what's his name again?
The Wim Hof.
Wim Hof, yeah. So, oh God, that's been amazing, hasn't it? I've been practicing some of his breathing techniques as well, which you can get on his website actually. A little like freebie for anybody, and it goes onto a YouTube. So I was practicing it as well. So we've got something at the end that we're going to announce. So make sure you're listening. Big episode. There's lots of energy changing, lots of stuff in our life. So our topic today is
turning bad luck and energy into something positive and good karma.
So into a way of like good luck, really. So bad luck into good luck.
Bad luck into good luck. And obviously we want to talk about the realistic things that happen to you as well, but it's how to approach it without being a victim. So I really want to speak about this today because I've been through some shit recently. So
oh gosh, so let's just talk about the last few weeks. I actually think it's since the blood moon as well. We had God,
some crazy stuff go on.
Both of us, like to a point.
So back in when was it? Back in mid-March, was it? Yeah, around then, yeah. Mid-March. So it's been very weird time for us. I mean, a lot of changes has happened in my life, like your life. We're on the brink of making very big changes, aren't we? But I think in life, things throw stuff at you to challenge you, test your patience, test your everything. So, oh my gosh, Paisley, tell everyone what has happened to you, like literally the last few weeks. We had our car stolen. So obviously I don't know when this is going out, but we had our car stolen last week, and it was taken in the middle of the night. But this is the third time it's happened to us, a car being taken in the form of either being written off or stolen. And I just, honestly...
I can't believe it.
I'm a bit blasé about it because I'm like, this is the third time. It comes in threes.
Yeah.
But equally, I was in a little bit of shock, and it did make me upset. I had a little cry this morning before I came here. But I think we've got to allow our feelings, allow them to come to surface, because you can't be happy all the time.
Yeah.
But it's how I'm dealing with it, which I want to talk to everybody about, because everybody does go through bouts of bad luck. And I do think this is bad luck because we really have been tested as well as a couple. We're in the middle of a renovation. Every time we make a bit of money, something takes it away. So we're really being tested, and as soon as we get a bit settled, we've got another challenge at life. But this could be anything. Anybody could go through this.
Oh yeah, I mean, people are probably going through it now, and
that's not to say that anybody's life is perfect. Like what you see on socials, guys, and what you see behind closed door, like what you see on a video screen or social media is not real. It is not real. Like at the moment we are being real about like what goes on in our life. Like no one's life is perfect, and you cannot have the perfect journey.
It's how the bounce backs comes. Because actually I did feel today, I lost my motivation, and I was feeling like I was dipping into a little bit of depression, and I was like, I've had enough of struggling and thriving and just keep getting kicked back. But I was like, no, right, I've got to change this mindset. I knew where I was and I recognised it. So actually, it's come at a really good time, but I've been listening to the most amazing audiobook, which I've been doing some exercises for, because I recognise how I'm feeling and I want to change it.
Yeah.
So...
And actually, there's no one else that can change it but yourself. Yeah. So it's really positive.
You can either become a victim and think... I did say, why is this happening to us? Because there's so many people out there with nice cars, and I've had a few comments like this, but it has rattled my cage a little bit.
Yeah,
I've had
I know.
4 people tell me, but it's because you've got a nice car.
Yeah.
But there's thousands of people out there with nice cars that haven't had their car stolen. But it's happened to us 3 times. So
I know. Well, it is. So the first time it was stolen when we was on a hen do, when we was on my hen do, and then you got your car stolen.
Like, oh.
I know, and I felt so sorry for you. And then last year, you was on the way to a wedding.
My brother's wedding. You couldn't even write this. On the way to my brother's wedding, on a Wednesday, I think it was as well, midweek. I'm sure it was on a Wednesday. This is really weird. And 12 o'clock in the day, I remember the time we parked up at a junction, and there was a police chasing a stolen vehicle. And we were at a junction, and he couldn't stop the stolen vehicle, so he smashed into the back of us, wrote off our car, and it was all twisted. But the speed that he did it, luckily we had somebody on a GoPro behind us that filmed the whole lot. But we're still going through stuff with that now. But
I mean, luckily the kids weren't in the car.
Luckily the kids weren't in the car. We were on the way to the wedding, but I missed like the majority of the wedding. I was absolutely gutted because it was my brother, and you don't get that time back.
Yeah.
After that, we were like, see, for me, it's more about having a solid car than a flash car.
Yeah.
That's why we've always, I suppose our cars have been a little bit on the higher
they're not like 2025 plate or 2024.
It was 2015, I think. But, and it was, I've knocked down Mum's wall with it. It's a good luck out there, you know. It was in a... I just, it's just dealing with the aftermath with the insurances.
Obviously, that is like the longest point, isn't it? But so how did you change? So it's really good for you to recognise. I can see as a sister, like seeing you've been through a really, really tough time over the last few weeks. Emotionally, there's been a lot of stress on your shoulders, and juggling, like, we're trying to grow a business as it is, like we're juggling everything, and just to put everything in a mix. Yes, we've got kids as well, and they are demanding.
Sunshine. We were both like,
I know. Iona has been waking up at 5:30 every morning. I'm like,
I lost it this morning. No, actually, my partner lost it because woke up, started crying because she wanted the phone, and I said, "You're not having the phone."
No, and also it's they get so addicted.
Don't play with your toys if you want to get up. Play with your toys.
Yeah, I know, but then it just doesn't stop, does it?
I mean,
but
he did. He played with all his Lego.
Yeah.
So, honestly, so
You've got two different personalities. So.
Wildcat,
Oh God,
feral one.
I know. We've just like literally, it's just juggling life, isn't it? But. So what made you recognise that I just want to shift this energy to what it is right now? And what have you done for it to happen?
So generally I've normally got quite a lot of energy, or I get up early. Everybody goes through blips. But the last 2 days I've wanted to be on the sofa with my blanket. I felt very tired. I've wanted to be in my bed, and I thought I can see with me when I get down, I get tired. Yeah. So that's my first recognition, and I didn't want to speak to anyone. I wanted to be in my bubble, and again, my motivation for work, everything was dipping. I thought, I just can't be bothered. I want to get on that plane and go move to Dubai where there's no crime. But yeah, I was like, no, I'm recognising it. And also, I've got a bit of a cold as well, which equally brings your mood down.
Yeah,
Because it
I
does,
know,
naturally,
yeah.
your immune system goes down. So I was like, right, funny enough, and we talk about synchronicities, I was on Instagram and this post came up with Paul McKenna. Now, do you remember Paul McKenna?
No, you've explained this to me, and I'm desperate to listen to like all that stuff.
So I think he was quite big back in the 90s. 80s, 90s with he did those shows where he hypnotised people.
I must have seen him,
Bald
but
head.
I mean, Sav knew exactly who
He
you were
knew
talking
exactly
about.
who I was talking about.
You two are the same era. I'm like lost.
But he was massive, but he did go through a bit of a messy divorce and he had a bit of press on him that wasn't good, I don't think. So he went off the scene a little bit. He was always there. However, what fascinated me, I've always been interested in this thing called NLP, which is called Neuro-Linguistic Programming.
Yeah.
So you're very good on the spiritual side and reading people. I'm very good on the manifesting side, and if I want something, I can actually create it and bring it in eventually. And the mind's always fascinated me. I studied psychology for A-level, and that is to do with your mindset and scientifically, I think, changing it. I won't go into the ins and outs because there's so much I want to say.
Yeah, well, no, I love it.
But
it's so interesting, though.
I see that he's brought a new book out called Power Manifesting by Paul McKenna. Paul McKenna, if you're listening, this book is it's the next secret for me. And I feel like it's come to my life for a reason. Everything we're sort of bringing up on this podcast, it will reinforce.
Yeah, yeah.
So I bought it on audio and you can listen to it as well.
Yeah.
And just briefly, some of the things he was saying that I've put into process, which is amazing. So I'm visualising colours, so we're bringing Reiki into it. He talks about energy, the law of attraction. And for one instance, so say when people are on winning streaks at casinos, he's got a friend.
Oh my God, you told me this, and
Yeah.
I've never ever heard of this, and I don't know if you guys have, but yeah, tell everyone, because I'm like,
this is the thing about good luck and bad luck. So people they say, oh, you're on a winning streak, and they keep winning and winning. Well, you are, and you've got that energy around you. So what casinos, it's a known fact, and there's a film out there called The Cooler, and it's about this in particular. They'll bring in somebody called a cooler, and they'll get them to purposely pick bad cards or not have great cards to put the person off next to them that's got the good luck. And it does rub off on them.
it's an energy thing.
Oh
And
my God,
it's science, it is just scientifically proven that energy, like if you are around someone that has got like bad energy, bad luck.
Yeah.
In fact, to be honest, when all that stuff with the car and stuff, I had a really wobbly week, and I had no, but we were together the day that your car got stolen.
You had a dream, didn't you?
So I had the weirdest dream. So literally that night that Paisley's car got stolen, I was so anxious, and I like when I'm really anxious, I feel like something's going to happen. And I said to Salv, can you make sure the back door's locked? Can you lock all the back doors? And I was like, have you locked it? Have you locked it? I was proper paranoid. I was. And I could not sleep that night. I was tossing and turning. I felt someone had come into was coming to like rob or burgle our house. Like, I don't know why. I just couldn't shift it. And for about 2 hours, I was tossing and turning in bed. And I was like, I don't know, I was so paranoid. And then you text me the next morning saying the car. And actually did have some of my stuff in the car, didn't it? So I don't know if that was my energy, that fell.
Do you know the weird thing is, actually,
Had on my Boom March uniform in there.
I had messages coming to me. And I had messages coming to me when the Range Rover got stolen. I kept thinking, I don't feel safe with the car outside. I was getting little messages. I won't say what they were, but I had the feeling before it went. And anyway, with this, it's coming back to me now. I'm sure it was a couple of days before or a week before. I had a feeling that the car was stolen, so I looked outside. I went to look outside, but it was still there. And I kept saying to myself, I must bring some stuff in tonight, and I just didn't because I was exhausted with the children.
Like from the car boot, all the stuff, wasn't it?
Yeah, the car boot was chock-a-block. I mean, it's things like the pram, the car
Yeah,
seats.
I know. I mean, look, the thing is, you can replaceable. It's only material, isn't it? It is, and that's the thing. You've got to look at things like anything material, look, at some point in your life it can be replaced. Do you know what I mean?
They're all on CCTV, but the police don't have the facilities to do it. But it's gone. It's gone.
It's gone. Yeah.
So we just move on. But yeah, so this book, I really need.
Can you tell everybody like what the stuff you've been doing? Because I know you've been practicing some tasks, haven't you?
My partner took me to football. I said, please I just wanted to be on my own for an hour. And I put it on, and it's the first time I've actually done the exercises. So the first exercises in the book, so you have to write down, so we've got our circle of life, we've got food and food, how you feel in yourself, your relationships, your career. There's like different parts of the circle that all make us happy.
Yeah.
So he said, rate how you feel about your career, rate how you feel about your mental health or your health, your physical health, rate how you feel about your friends and family, rate how you feel with your relationship on a scale of 1 to 10.
Yeah.
So at the end of this book, they're going to be through the roof through the techniques that we're doing. So it's interesting. I wrote down how I felt, and then I actually did fall asleep for it. I felt like I was being hypnotised. I was exhausted, and I think with all the energy, I was exhausted. So I've been burning incense every night in the house. I've been saging. My partner, I need to sage him, burn him, sage him.
Oh, no.
Needs to do it all over. So yeah, but So there was another exercise on it. So what he gets you to do is a lot of visualizations. So what I'm going to do now is visualize my bank account with that money in from the car. Visualize it finished, over the line, contract written, and really put myself in it. But he helps you to do that in the audio, and he gives you exercises, and he's like, how would you feel when you've achieved your dream, standing on a stage, and then what colour is going through you now, and then radiate it.
I love that thing with the colours.
Right?
Because
That's
when I
Reiki.
do Reiki, a big thing about your intuition and Reiki is we're an energy, right? So energy comes out with colours. So whatever energy you're in, whether you're in a negative energy or really great energy or a loving energy, all of them energies have different colours. Yeah. So you're instantly radiating yourself with that good energy from the atmosphere. So you're putting that in your body, and that's why I get that he's bringing in the colours into it, which is so amazing.
He talks about spirituality in the book as well, so it's really relevant to what we're doing, because I think his stuff got a little bit dated with the hypnotherapy people. There were certain things I think went on, and I don't know, it just gets a bit dated, doesn't it? So he's revived it all, and I said to you, I like it. And now I'm on the bit where he talks about karma, and can you change your karma and bad luck, and it's very interesting, because like we were talking about karma in another podcast.
Yeah.
Well, he talks about, I think it's from memory, the Eastern values of it as well, and you can change your karma by doing things like manifesting to put it off its path or speed it. So doing things like vision boards, he calls it 2D.
2D, right? But
so
3D.
If you want to power manifest it,
yeah,
all this stuff with the colours, the really vivid.
So that's then going into like the 3D world, isn't it? So with that colours and stuff.
But he said this is a book you can refer to, and I thought I'm going to listen to this about 10 times, because with everything going on at the moment, I think this is putting me in a different mindset.
Yeah.
And it's about getting rid of that bad energy and making it good. And also, like with what we want to do with Burnt Out Mummas, help me to get back on that firing track and get it to where we need it to be.
Because we are so eager, we can't even tell you guys. We've got so many amazing. Oh, sorry, that was my phone's just dropped on the floor. But we've got so many amazing plans for this, and what we want to bring to the community and to people out there. And what we're doing is something that can really make a change significantly, can't it?
Yeah.
So we're looking at trying to get investments for us to carry on the journey, but what we're planning is no one else has ever done it, so it is very, very exciting. But we got really when all this happened to you, we got really put off track, and even I was wobbling. I really wobbled. We had an interview with a lady, and it was about obviously.
We read each other.
We literally read each other, and actually, that was the night we had that meeting.
Oh yeah.
It was with a branding agency, and
she was like, "Oh, it was basically like restarting all again, and we've created this.
Created this journey, but it was obviously they have to sell you whatever.
Course, yeah.
But
we
like literally,
this is just not doable.
I was like, oh my god, where does the price actually stop when you're starting a new business?
No.
Like there's
we're doing
always
everything on a budget and trying to do a lot of stuff ourselves, but
yeah.
we're like.
But there is, so we will get there. We will get there.
300 grand to throw at branding. I'm sorry, but we're not like.
Yeah, I know.
Zara yet.
I know. We are not even at Zara level yet.
We're
but
not Revive Collagen. Hopefully, come on.
Hopefully, in like 10 years, we will be. But it's it is just a journey. But we just felt both of us, our energy deflated, didn't we? And I was like, shit. Paisley was like, "Are you wobbling?" And I was like, "I'm fucking wobbling." I was like, I feel like really deflated. I feel like
you were like, "Have you got the money?" And I was like, "Well, have you got the money?" And you're like,
"No, none of us have." So yeah,
create the money. We're gonna create it.
It's what we manifest. But look, listen, our journey is still carrying on. We're not going to let anybody stop our journey because it's our dream. It's what we visualise together. And I think the powerful thing, Paisley, is we visualise something together,
and that speeds it up. Oh my god,
yeah.
you've got to listen to this book as well, because anybody
I'm so desperate to listen to it, because I'm always about
put ourselves back in there.
Exactly, I'm always about manifesting. And even yesterday I had a really busy day, like with the performing arts school, and really busy day at work, and obviously I was doing some burnt out Mummas stuff as well. But it was but yeah, I just was on the laptop all day and my eyes just felt like squared. And I just you know what I did? I just walked on my field.
Yeah,
I put my hands in the soil and I just sat there. I listened to obviously a meditation and I just let the sun hit my face. Oh my god, I came back and I just felt so much better.
Yeah. The computer screen's like when you're flying, it's very high.
Yes, yeah, and it's a kind of a block as well of your energy, isn't it? Because when like you're with someone, your energies bounce off each other, like ours do when we're together. So yeah, your energies bounce off each other. But it's really nice because when I am with you and I'm talking to you, like you coming today and coming with all that positive stuff, it's like it instantly made me feel. That's so good. I literally can't wait to listen to it, and it's so nice because it's just something we needed this week, because like we were really dragging our feet a little bit, both of us, and
we've had I mean it's like we've nearly won the lottery, but then it's not happened.
Yeah,
like, I can't say how close we are.
We've had like stuff. People call us and contact us. And but that is my industry that I'm very much in. Like I'm used to it, but you do have to have like but that doesn't mean to say that when someone lets me down, I don't get upset, because I really still do. Yeah. Like it's not, but it's in the industry, like explaining to you guys what it is, like in the acting industry, dance industry, performing industry. It's like someone saying, you've won the lottery, and then you'll get to the last point, and then they're like, joking, no you haven't, and it is, or you've lost the ticket, and it's like
another one and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, and that's like for me getting to like the final audition, like nearly getting there. Hopes are, and that's why with things like performing, I don't get my hopes up as much as I used to anymore, because and I just think whatever happens, but I still will never. Like, and it does, like, and I know so millions of performers, thousands of performers that give it up because they can't deal with it's rejection. It's constant rejection, because you get to the last point and you've worked so hard. I mean, like, for example, like there was another situation like where I got through to the final rounds of a TV program.
Big one.
Yeah, a really big one. And I put so much work into it. Like I'm talking like hours and hours and hours and hours. And then I didn't get through to the very final part in front of the people.
Well, maybe that's part of your journey.
Yeah, but it is because you do think in life, you just do not know like what is like round the corner. And when I do
going, consistency, keep going.
And as I'm getting older, I'm realizing more, and I'm sure you guys are like this as well, but you realize why things happen in your life at earlier stages to gear you up for like things, even
get you ready for it. You're like, it's a life lesson. And
life lesson.
I'm trying to think to myself though, what are these life lessons with these cars? Really?
Like, I know, but there is a lesson behind it. There is, but you'll know later on.
We'll know later on, and I think it's not to put too much focus on material. I actually said, you know what? I don't care. I just want a car to get me from A to B. As long as it's safe and it can't get stolen, I don't care. Actually, I want to put that money in a business that's going to make money. I really couldn't give a toss.
Yeah.
So that's where I am with it. But what I wanted to say as well was anybody that is struggling out there, oh my God, Paul McKenna, I would love to get you on this podcast if you're listening. You've changed my life today, and I know a few people that have had a few wobbly weeks with really strong stuff going on, like tenants not getting out of properties, just mad stuff, like.
And that could be anything in your life, like family members, whatever, like. Yeah, and it could be someone dipping your energy, putting strain on you as a person, and like really dampening your energy. But yeah, I'm really excited to read this. I've had a lot of stress go on with the move. For me, it's my hormones all over the place.
So
literally,
whammy. You probably got perimenopausal if I'm ever at that. I don't know. The one that's
very hormonal. I've only got myself up the duff, haven't I?
Oh my God! So what are you going to tell your listeners?
Well, guys, I'm pregnant, so
a baby.
Yeah, so we have held it a secret. In fact, though, on our pod a few weeks ago, I thought you was going to drop me in it.
I just had to tease
I was like,
because I love teasing.
Oh my God, you were like smiling at me. I was like, yeah, we're not saying anything yet, but yeah, I've had.
So when's the baby due?
So I'm 4 months at the moment. I've gone through the worst start of the 3 months. The first trimester, I felt sick every morning. And you have to still work. You have to still be the happiest Larry when you're going to work with parents, children, and I just felt like shit. Like it was more the mornings that were the killer for me, where I just felt like sick.
We've done a few pods, and you're like, I feel so ill.
I know, and you were like, come on. To be honest, I have still kept going, like as I usually do. But honestly, that first part, I was falling asleep at like 7 o'clock in the evening, which I
that. You're building a baby.
Yeah, but I forgot that feeling.
I remember
I forgot.
Asleep on the bunk bed. Do you remember when we were all at Mum's?
Yeah,
and
I
had
remember.
That job at, was it Berkeley Homes?
Yeah.
And I'd get in and I'd fall asleep.
You were asleep on the sofa,
and
I
the
was.
whole house got flooded just before we went to move in.
Oh, don't.
Up to the windows.
Well, yeah. So, guys, just to put it out there, we didn't plan the move at the same time as having a baby. New house, new baby. So, but we didn't plan it all to be in the same year. It all just happened.
So I'm off.
Yeah, I can't even have a jacuzzi, can I?
No.
So I'll be passing you the champagne.
Like, cheers to 2025.
Oh my God. I'll be passing you the champagne. I just cannot wait to have a nice few glasses of wine. Not just like one, like 6. I can't wait to have.
I'm so excited, I've done my baby journey. So for me, it's like
you can enjoy it. I know.
And everybody's kind of coming out of that baby phase, so you're going to go back in it again.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that though. I'm a bit scared. Like the only thing I'm well scared about is the bloody sleep. Like I'm like a dragon.
Yeah, you need your sleep.
I need my sleep, and also like running a business and not getting sleep. Whereas we're
trying to build an empire. We're burning out Mummas.
Oh my God!
If you could do it,
everyone is like, what the hell, Isla? You just like you never do anything half-hearted. It's like always full in, full out,
and
full in.
I want a doggy soon. I really want it. So we're going to try and get brothers.
Yeah, we really want it. I mean, I've just probably got. Maybe? Yeah, we really love it. If any breeders are out there, like we really love the Italian greyhounds.
That get on well, so when we're filming and we spend a lot of
time
go for
walks and stuff. Yeah.
Little Skippy, she didn't like her sister, did she?
No, brother. Yeah, they clashed. Yeah, so bad. Well, that's why I adopted her. But yeah, no, I think I was going to get a dog this year. Like, you know, was literally going to get one in January. But then in January, I found out I was pregnant.
September, October, when the house is finished, you've had the baby.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God, I love dogs. So yeah, I'm really excited to get a dog. I know.
Two's enough for me.
Yeah, and by that time they'll be at school. So I only start school in September. Your little one starts school in September. So it'll be and at least in that time, like I've got
our new baby as well is going to be burnt out mummas. So I'll be looking after her while you're on paternity leave.
Who?
Well, that's the business thing.
Oh, our baby burnt out mummas.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Guys, I've messed up so much stuff lately. I was doing numbers the other day for work.
Don't do it.
Takeaways. How many times have I messed up a takeaway order? Oh my God.
The other day, she ordered something and you were like, oh, I didn't get it.
No, it wasn't even no, do you know, we went into Shake Shack, didn't we?
Yeah.
And right, I said to Mum, what do you want? And she was like, oh, I'll just have a burger. So, and then I said, Pacey, do you want chips? We'll share them. Because we thought, oh, we don't want to get chips. So I was like, right, I'll get 2 chips and 2 burgers. Burger for Mum, burger for me, 1 chip for me, and then 1 to share with Paisley. No, I don't know. 2. Anyway, so I messed it all up. I got 3 lots of chips and 1 burger. So Mum was like, where's my burger? And I was like, oh my God, Mum, like, I don't know what is wrong with me.
And directions. Do you remember we were walking around Wicked? We went to see Wicked in the theatre and you were like...
Do you know what? I think I was like anxious because I sorted out all them tickets and I was like, had a bit of anxiety.
For us,
because I was chill, like,
but for you, it's a bit.
Do you know what? For me, I was like, the whole of Boomarts came to watch Wicked the musical in London, but I was so panicking. I'm more panicking because when you're pregnant, like your brain is like I don't know what it is. I was so worried about messing up anybody's tickets. I just couldn't chill.
Yeah, but that
started walking around the theatre like not. I didn't even know. I don't. Everyone keeps following me, and I'm like, "Why are you following me? Please, someone take control."
So many mistakes. Because
even Annie said that actually. My neighbour.
You read back emails that you wrote when you were coming out of, like when the baby wasn't sleeping. I think, oh my God, you were just barely functioning.
Just like barely functioning. But yeah, no, I had to sort out all these tickets for another show.
Like, I am a bit...
You're not going to miss it. When you see me, like, with my tits out, like, exhausted.
God, you are grieving that stage. I feel like, as much as I'm excited for them to start a new stage going to school and I can focus on me, the business, that's why we've done this business as well, haven't we? Because we want something to flow through and build on us again. But, like... you've got all of us around. We can all have little cuddles.
Yeah. But I mean, look, they've all got to grow up at some point, have they? It's just really hard.
Even with 22 kids.
Yeah, I mean, you could take a leaf out of her book and have 22 if you want.
Too old now.
Oh, don't. But yeah, so I don't know how. I don't know how she does it. I actually just do not know how. But I mean, yeah, like I do know what you mean, but you know,
I think I would have had another one if I was younger.
Yeah.
But I'm not now, and now it is about. I couldn't go back there because it's been such financially, emotionally.
Well, you've been through renovations. A lot.
You get through it. It's part of life, isn't it? But
yeah, after this one, I don't think I'll have another one. I don't think so. I mean, well, yeah, we've got a clan.
You've got what?
A clan.
Yeah, we have.
We've got literally a clan of children.
I am so excited.
So yeah, so it'll be nice.
Having a baby as well, so
you're gonna have babies around you.
Babies all gonna...
Yeah, but listen, they've all got to grow up at some point, so we have got to let go of that baby stage, haven't we?
On Instagram, this is my feed at the moment. So. It's craniotherapy.
Yes, I've been reading that. I've been watching that as well. With the colic.
Yeah, and they move the pelvis.
They say colic.
Yeah. I just love seeing the baby faces, probably because I know I can't have another one, but I just want to hold one. Come on.
Well, yeah, I'll get it out. And I'm sure you'll be giving it back, like, straight away. When you see me go through no sleep, my tits out, like, looking like absolute
Oh, you've got to follow it, because I've been watching, is it Megan McKenna as well? Is it Megan McKenna?
Yeah.
And I'm loving watching the journey. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh.
Well, we will follow. You guys can follow the journey. We'll do it on Instagram, and you guys can follow the journey on our podcast from September, guys. I will be probably holding a baby on the podcast.
We don't know what it is.
We don't know if it's a boy or girl. Anyway, you can put that vote out there, guys. Put it in the comments. Do you think it's going to be a boy or girl? What energy do you get from this? So yeah, but anyway, we will leave it there.
Are you at the moment?
No, I'm not allowed to do any readings, and I'm not allowed to get readings done. So yeah, so that means so because when you're pregnant, you're really, really open, and actually, really weirdly, since being pregnant, I've had the most craziest dreams as well, like where I am really open and I can feel that I'm really open. So I really have to protect myself, and I think even that you going through all that stuff the other week, I felt that's why I think I couldn't sleep, because I was so open, like my energy was.
I have started at night reading Marion Keyes.
Yeah, you were saying,
it's just a fictional book. I used to read it in my 20s, but to try and switch off, because we're given information all day on our phones and my brain doesn't switch off. And actually, after 2 flips of the book, I fall asleep.
Yeah,
I'm loving it. Just to use my imagination in a book again.
Yeah.
And to go off into another world it's just fictional.
Fictional, I know. And that is really nice. And it's using your imagination again.
Yeah.
I really need to start reading, and I need to get it in now before I have the baby, because I will not be able to read when I have the baby. No. I kept saying to you,
Unless
I was
you're
like,
at feeds, but then you'll probably be working.
No, I'm going to be exhausted, because I know I'm going to have to run the business still. So it is that thing, isn't it? But anyway, we're waffling. We'll just have this conversation over a coffee. Oh my god!
Everybody loves us waffling.
I know. We're like literally waffling. Oh gosh, I'm just waffling about how I'm gonna cope, and I don't even know how I'm gonna cope.
Burnt out Mummas.
It will. Well, I will be very burnt out in September, guys. So, but yeah, it'd be nice to follow the journey, and we will still be doing the podcast. I'll be bringing the bubba on the podcast, and we'll get some. Obviously, some.
Oh, it's great. We can bring in all the baby stuff now.
Yeah, we're bringing all the baby stuff, and I'm happy to talk about it now because we can. It's already out there. All in the open. All right, guys. Well, listen, have a lovely Friday. It's May. Plant them seeds, plant them intentions, really take on them colours, them energies that Paisley was talking about earlier. When you're setting that intention, bring in a colour with it, and put that energy out there. Put yourself into that 3D world. The 2D world is obviously the vision boards. It all works as one, doesn't it?
Definitely. So, you've got a famous guy writing about it as well, so it's all proven.
Yeah, amazing. All right, guys, you could probably hear my chair squeaking as I'm talking, but have a lovely time. Bye. Have a nice weekend. Bye. If you're loving the show, don't forget to download our latest episodes. It helps us a ton by boosting the show and making sure more people find us.
Plus, you can listen anytime, anywhere, even offline.
And while you're at it, make sure to follow us on Spotify so you never miss a new drop.
Want even more behind the scenes content? Follow us on Instagram, YouTube and TikTok at Burnt Out Mummas, one word, for exclusive clips, updates and fun extras.
Hit that follow button, send us a message, and let's keep the Burnt Out Mummas community going.